He said I was too fat to love. Those words hurt me deep inside. They stayed in my head for a long time. My name is Aurora. This is my story. It is a story about pain. But it is also a story about hope. It is a story about learning to love myself. Maybe you have felt this way too. Maybe someone told you that you were not good enough. I am here to tell you that they are wrong. You are enough. I want to tell you about my life. I want to tell you about the days I was hungry. I want to tell you about the days I cried. I lived in a small apartment in the city. It was a nice apartment. It had big windows. The sun came in every morning, but inside I felt cold. I lived there with my boyfriend. His name was Mark. When I first met Mark, he was kind. He was handsome. He had a nice smile. He told me I was beautiful. I was happy. I thought I was the luckiest woman in the world. We went to the cinema. We went to the park. We laughed a lot. But then things changed. It happened slowly. I have always been a little curvy. I like food. I like to cook. My grandmother taught me how to cook. She taught me to make pasta. She taught me to bake cakes. Cooking was my joy. It was how I showed love. But Mark did not like this. One day, we were eating dinner. I made a big meal. It was chicken with potatoes. It smelled delicious. I put some potatoes on my plate. Mark looked at my plate. He frowned. "Are you going to eat all of that?" he asked. I stopped. I looked at him. "Yes," I said. "I am hungry." He shook his head. "You are gaining weight, Aurora. You should be careful." I put the fork down. Suddenly, I was not hungry. I felt ashamed. I felt ugly. That was the beginning. After that day, everything became about my weight. Mark watched everything I ate. If I ate a cookie, he sighed. If I wanted bread, he took it away. He said he was helping me. He said, "I want you to be healthy." He said, "I want you to look your best." I believed him. I thought he loved me. I thought he wanted me to be better. So, I tried to change. I ate less. I stopped baking cakes. I stopped making pasta. I ate only salad. I ate only vegetables. But it was never enough. One evening, I was in the kitchen. It was late. I was very hungry. My stomach made noises. I wanted a snack. Just a small piece of cheese or an apple. I walked to the refrigerator. I reached for the handle. I pulled. It did not open. I pulled again. It was stuck. Then I saw it. There was a chain on the handles. There was a silver lock. I stared at the lock. I could not believe my eyes. Why was there a lock on the refrigerator? Mark walked into the kitchen. He was holding a small key. He smiled, but it was not a nice smile. "What is this?" I asked. My voice was shaking. "It is for your own good," Mark said. "You cannot control yourself at night. You eat too much. So, I will keep the key. I will decide when you eat." "But I am hungry," I said. "I just want an apple." "Drink some water," he said. "Water is good for you. Go to sleep." He turned off the lights. He walked away. I stood there in the dark kitchen. I looked at the silver lock. Tears ran down my face. I was 24 years old. I was an adult, but I was not allowed to open my own refrigerator. I went to bed hungry. My stomach hurt, but my heart hurt more. The next morning was Monday. Monday was the worst day of the week. Every Monday morning, Mark woke me up early. The sun was not even up yet. The room was gray. Get up, Aurora, he said, it is time. I knew what time it was. It was time for the scale. We had a digital scale in the bathroom. Mark kept it in his closet. He only brought it out on Monday mornings. I walked to the bathroom. The floor was cold on my feet. I shivered. I was wearing my pajamas. Take off your pajamas. Mark said clothes have weight. We need the real number. I took off my pajamas. I stood there. I felt naked. I felt exposed. I wrapped my arms around my body. I wanted to hide. Step on, he said. I stepped on the glass scale. I waited. The numbers flashed. Mark looked at the number. He made a noise in his throat. You did not lose any weight, he said. His voice was cold. In fact, you gained 1 pound. I drank water. I whispered. Excuses, he said. You are lazy. You are not trying. I am trying, I said. I am hungry all the time. Mark, please. This is too hard. He looked at me. His eyes were hard. Do you think I like this? He asked. I do this because I love you. But you make it hard to love you. Look at you. You are fat. He said I was too fat to love. There it was. He said the words. I looked at my feet. I did not want him to see me cry. I am sorry, I said. Why did I apologize? I did nothing wrong. But he made me feel guilty. He made me feel like a criminal. My crime was being me. Weeks passed. My life became a prison. The apartment was my cell. The refrigerator was the locked door and Mark was the guard. I went to work, but I was tired. I worked in an office. I sat at a desk. My coworkers ate lunch together. They ate sandwiches. They ate pizza. They laughed. I sat alone at my desk. I opened my lunchbox. Mark made my lunch. It was 5 slices of cucumber, 2 slices of tomato, and a hard-boiled egg. My stomach growled. It was so loud. I hoped no one heard it. One day, my coworker Sarah came to my desk. Sarah was nice. She had a kind face. She always wore bright colors. Hi, Aurora. Sarah said it is someone's birthday today. There is cake in the kitchen. Do you want a slice? Cake. I remembered cake. I remembered the sweet taste. I remembered the soft texture. I can't, I said. Are you allergic? Sarah asked. No, I said I am not hungry. Sarah looked at my lunch. She saw the cucumber and the egg. She looked at my face. She saw the dark circles under my eyes. Aurora, she said softly. Are you okay? You look thin. You look tired. I am fine, I said quickly. I am on a diet. I want to get healthy. You are already beautiful, Sarah said. You do not need to diet. Come have a small piece of cake. It will make you happy. I wanted to go. I wanted the cake so much. But I heard Mark's voice in my head. You are too fat to love. No, I said, thank you, Sarah. But no, Sarah looked sad. She walked away. I ate my cucumber. It tasted like water. It tasted like sadness. That night I went home. Mark was waiting. Did you cheat today? He asked. No, I said. Good, he said. I checked your phone. I saw you walked to the kitchen at work. Why were you in the kitchen? He tracked my phone. He knew where I was. It was a birthday. I said they had cake. Did you eat it? He asked sharply. No, I said. I promise. He smelled my breath. He came very close. I held my breath. I was scared. Good, he said. If you eat cake, you will get bigger. I do not want a big girlfriend. I want a perfect girlfriend. I went to the bathroom. I looked in the mirror. I did not recognize myself. My face was pale. My cheekbones were sharp. My clothes were loose. I was smaller, but I was not happier. I was disappearing. One weekend, my mother came to visit. I had not seen her for months. I met her at a coffee shop. Mark did not come. He said he was busy. When my mother saw me, she gasped. She put her hand over her mouth. Aurora, she said. Oh my goodness. Hi, Mom, I said. I tried to smile. She hugged me. She held me tight. I felt her warm arms. I wanted to cry. You are so thin, she said. Are you sick? No, Mom, I said. I am just healthy. Mark helps me exercise. He helps me eat right. My mother looked at me. She was a mother. She knew when something was wrong. You do not look healthy, she said. You look scared. Does he treat you well? Yes, I lied. He loves me. Love does not make you disappear. My mother said, love makes you grow. Love feeds you. She bought me a muffin, a blueberry muffin. It was warm. It smelled like heaven. Eat, she said. Please. I looked at the muffin. I was terrified. If I ate it, Mark would know. He would weigh me on Monday. The number would go up. I can't, I whispered. Why? My mother asked. He will be angry, I said. The words slipped out. My mother's eyes went wide. He will be angry if you eat. I nodded. I could not speak. My mother took my hand. Aurora, that is abuse. He is controlling you. That is not love. But he says I am fat. I said he says I am too fat to love. He is lying. My mother said firmly. He is trying to break you. You must leave him. I can't. I said I have nowhere to go. You have a home. My mother said you can come home to me. I wanted to say yes, but I was afraid. Mark told me I was nothing without him. He told me no one else would want me. I went back to the apartment. I did not tell Mark about the muffin, but he seemed to know. He was in a bad mood. You were with your mother for a long time, he said. Did she give you food? No, I said. You are lying. He said, you look guilty. He grabbed my arm. His grip was tight. It hurt. Tomorrow is Monday, he said. We will see the truth. That night, I could not sleep. I lay in bed next to him. He was sleeping peacefully, but I was awake. I was hungry. My body ached. I thought about my mother's words. Love feeds you. I thought about the lock on the refrigerator. I thought about the scale. I thought about the cucumber slices. Was this my life? Was this my future? To be hungry forever. To be scared forever. I looked at the window. The city lights were shining. There was a whole world out there. A world with food. A world with kindness. A world without locks. I made a decision. It was a scary decision, but I had to do it. I waited until morning. Monday morning. The sun came up. Mark woke up. Get up, he said. It is time. I got up. I walked to the bathroom. He followed me. He put the scale on the floor. Take off your pajamas, he said. I stood there. I looked at him. No, I said. The room was silent. Mark looked at me. He looked confused. What did you say? He asked. I said, no, I said. My voice was quiet, but it was steady. Do not play games, he said. Get on the scale. No, I said louder. I am not getting on the scale. And I am not taking off my pajamas. Mark's face turned red. He was angry. You are being stupid. Do as I say. I am not a child, I said. And I am not your prisoner. I am a woman. And I am hungry. I walked out of the bathroom. I walked to the kitchen. Mark ran after me. Where are you going? He shouted. I went to the refrigerator. I saw the lock. I saw the chain. Give me the key, I said. No, Mark said. You are crazy. Give me the key, I screamed. He stepped back. He was surprised. He had never seen me angry. He only saw me sad. He only saw me weak. But I was not weak anymore. I was angry. He threw the key on the table. Fine. Eat. Get fat. See if I care. No one will love you. You will be a cow. I picked up the key. My hands were shaking, but I put the key in the lock. I turned it. Click. The lock opened. The chain fell. I opened the door. The light from the refrigerator shone on my face. It was beautiful. I saw cheese. I saw milk. I saw bread. I took the cheese. I took a big bite. It was cold and salty and delicious. I took the milk. I drank it from the carton. Mark watched me. He looked disgusted. Look at you, he spat. You are disgusting. I wiped my mouth. I looked at him. I felt strong. The food gave me strength. I am not disgusting. I said, I am human and I am done. I went to the bedroom. I took my suitcase. I threw my clothes inside. What are you doing? Mark asked. He leaned against the door. He tried to block me. I am leaving, I said. You can't leave, he laughed. Where will you go? You have no money. You have nothing. I have myself, I said. And I have my family. Move. He did not move. I am sorry, he said. Suddenly, his voice changed. He tried to be sweet. Aurora, baby, don't go. I was just trying to help. I love you. I looked at him. I saw the lies. You do not love me. I said, you love control. You love a doll. I am not a doll. I pushed past him. I walked out of the apartment. I walked down the stairs. I did not take the elevator. I wanted to run. I walked out of the building. The air was fresh. The sun was warm. I was free. I called my mother. Mom, I said, I am coming home. She cried. Come home, baby. I will make pasta. Living with my mother was safe. It was warm. The kitchen was always open. There were no locks. At first, it was hard. I was afraid to eat. I looked at food and felt guilty. I heard Mark's voice in my head. You are too fat. But my mother was patient. She cooked with me. We made soup. We made bread. We ate together. You need to heal, she said. Your body needs food. Your soul needs love. Slowly, I started to feel better. My cheeks got some color. My hair became shiny again. I smiled more. I started to bake again. I made cookies. I brought them to my office. Sarah, my coworker, was so happy. Aurora, she said, you made these. They are amazing. Thank you. I said. I ate a cookie, too. It was sweet. It tasted like freedom. One day, I was walking in the park. It was a beautiful Saturday. I was wearing a dress. A dress that fit me. It was not too small. It was not too big. It was just right. I sat on a bench to read a book. I was eating a sandwich. A man walked by. He had a dog. The dog ran to me. The dog wanted my sandwich. I laughed. No, puppy, this is mine. The man ran over. I am so sorry, he said. He was out of breath. He had kind eyes. He loves sandwiches. It is okay. I said he is cute. The man looked at me. He smiled. I am David. I am Aurora. I said, you have a beautiful smile, Aurora, he said. I froze. A beautiful smile. Mark never said that. Mark only talked about my body. Mark only talked about my weight. Thank you, I said. I felt shy. Can I sit? David asked. Sure, I said. We talked. We talked about dogs. We talked about books. We talked about food. I love cooking. I told him. Really? David said, I love eating. We are a perfect team. We laughed. It felt easy. It felt light. David did not look at my stomach. He did not look at my arms. He looked at my eyes. He listened to my words. We started to date. David was different from Mark. On our third date, we went to a restaurant, a pizza restaurant. I felt nervous. Old fears came back. I looked at the menu. I saw the calories. I felt panic. I will just have a salad, I said quietly. David looked at me. Do you like salad? It is okay, I said. But do you want pizza? He asked. Yes, I admitted. I love pizza. Then order the pizza, David said. Life is too short to eat salad. If you want pizza. But I might get fat, I said. I looked down. David reached across the table. He took my hand. Aara, he said, I do not care about your weight. I like you. You are kind. You are funny. You are smart. That is what matters. I looked at him. He was telling the truth. I ordered the pizza. It was the best pizza I ever ate. Months passed. I gained some weight. I was not a stick anymore. I had curves again. One Monday morning, I was in my own apartment. I lived alone now. I had my own kitchen. No locks. I walked to the bathroom. I did not have a scale. I threw it away a long time ago. I looked in the mirror. I saw a woman. She was not perfect. She had soft arms. She had a round face. She had a little belly, but she was happy. Her eyes were bright. Her skin was glowing. I smiled at myself. I love you, I said to the reflection. It was strange to say, but I meant it. I realized something important. My body is my home. It is the only home I have. It carries me. It lets me walk. It lets me hug. It lets me dance. Why should I hate my home? Why should I punish it? Mark was wrong. He said I was too fat to love. But he did not know what love was. Love is not a number on a scale. Love is not a size on a label. Love is kindness. Love is respect. Love is freedom. I saw Mark one more time. It was a year later. I was at the grocery store. I was buying apples and chocolate and bread. I saw him in the aisle. He was with another woman. She was very thin. She looked sad. She was holding a bag of celery. Mark saw me. He stopped. He looked at me up and down. I was wearing jeans and a t-shirt. I looked healthy. I looked strong. He looked surprised. Maybe he thought I would be miserable. Maybe he thought I would be alone. I did not run away. I did not hide. I stood tall. I looked at him. And then I looked at the woman. I felt sad for her. "Hello, Mark," I said. He did not speak. He just stared. I looked at the woman. "You deserve to eat," I said to her softly. "You deserve to be happy." She looked at me. Her eyes widened. She understood. I walked away. I walked to the checkout. I paid for my food. I walked out into the sunshine. I took a bite of my apple. It was sweet and crisp. I am Aurora. I am not a number. I am not a weight. I am a baker. I am a friend. I am a daughter. I am a girlfriend to a man who loves me as I am. And most importantly, I love myself. If you are listening to this story, please remember this. Do not let anyone hold the key to your life. Do not let anyone lock your fridge or your heart. If someone says you are too fat or too thin or too loud or too quiet, walk away. You are perfect just as you are. It took me a long time to learn this. I cried many tears. I felt much pain, but I am here now and I am happy. I cook pasta on Sundays. I bake cakes on Tuesdays. I eat salads when I want to and chocolate when I need to. I do not weigh myself on Mondays. On Mondays, I wake up and say, "Thank you. Thank you for this body. Thank you for this life." You can do this, too. If you are in a dark place, find the light. Find a friend. Find your voice. Break the lock. Open the door. Life is delicious. Go and eat it. Thank you for listening to my story. I am sending you a big hug. You are beautiful. Never forget that. Bye for now.